Welcome back. You're watching NewsX. My name is Vineet Malhotra. 10th of May 2026 will always go down in history books as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. C. Joseph Vijay, an actor and now the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, took oath with thousands witnessing the grand event. While this is historic, Vijay also sent a positive message as Vande Mataram, national anthem, and the Tamil anthem, all three songs were played at the ceremony. But the first people to see red, ironically, are Vijay's alliance partners themselves. The CPI has objected to the Vande Mataram playing before the Tamil state anthem and asked Vijay to clarify before the people of Tamil Nadu in this matter. The question must be why? Both Vande Mataram and Tamil Thai Vashtu are iconic songs that fill us with pride. Tamil Nadu has had a history of the Dravidian party separating Tamil pride from national pride. If Vijay is setting a new benchmark, why should there be hue and cry over a message that is positive? Let's listen in to the third national songs being played.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशिष माहे नीरारुम कडलुडुत्त निलमडंद किळिलொழுகும் नीरारुम कडलुडुत्त निलमडंद किळिलொழுகும் சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதிசிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும்.
All right, joining us to talk more about this at this point in time is Mr. Anurag Naidu, political analyst, Bipin Sharma, senior journalist, Tanvi Purthy, political analyst, and advocate Manasvi Thapar, political analyst, join us on this conversation. Tanvi, I'll begin with you. Well, first of all, it's a landmark event that we have a new chief minister in Tamil Nadu, we have a new player, and we have a new energy shaping up in Tamil Nadu outside of the Dravidian scope of identity which has existed in Tamil Nadu politics for generations now. But this the kind of objection over playing Vande Mataram in India, in an Indian state, only goes on to show you that there are still fragments in this party which could impact the way Vijay is able to take decisions. Whether they are independent or not, only time will tell. But this first objection towards playing Vande Mataram is obviously not going to go down well with the national jubilation factor that TVK has been able to garner.
I don't think so. Firstly, I don't think that singing
You don't think
a
so to
song
what? You don't think so to what?
that it will affect the next 5 years of how Mr. Vijay will run his government, or how his popularity will be run, or what will be the status of the decisions taken by him. I think he has a very amazing future ahead, and the entire TV today, a few of the cabinet ministers have been sworn in, and
He has a coalition government.
As of
He
now.
has to keep his allies happy, right? He has a coalition government. He has to keep all his allies happy.
But I'm sure the allies will also understand that a song does not represent what a person is going to do in the next 5 years. A person's credibility, a chief minister's response to his state should be checked by the decisions that he take in his cabinet, by what he does for the state, and not to the song that he plays at at which number, what comes, Vande Mataram comes first or Jan Gan Man comes first, I think it's quite immaterial. Such sort of, when such sort of standards were set by the BJP in February, I think it was the opposition parties that actually condemned them that this is not right. I mean, how can you give certificates of patriotism based on a song and forget a song based on the number of paragraphs that one sings in a song? And you look at West Bengal, where even at Mr. Adhikari swearing in, and I congratulate him as well, this Vande Mataram was not played at all. They beat their own protocol that they had set in February. So I think this is clearly immaterial. I have no idea why CPI really picked this up. I think we have to really congratulate today to Mr. Adhikari in West Bengal and to Joseph
Yeah,
Vijay
you're right.
in
And Vipin,
Tamil
CPI was
Nadu.
the party, CPI was the party that kept them hanging till the last minute as well. If you remember, right before that show of support came about, it was the CPI, with 2 seats, if I'm not mistaken, which was pulling its weight and almost did not let this alliance happen. Do you concur with Tanvi that there are not going to be any problems, because this is a paper-thin majority if there is no support from the outside? And of course, another factor, Bipin, is that a lot of parties have supported from the outside. They don't want any portfolio. What does that tell you? They don't want any strings attached.
No, fair enough. I mean, that is their take on that. But Vineet, as an optimist and a very strong supporter of young political leaders,
Be a realist.
I
Be a
believe
realist,
that
Bipin.
it is imperative for
Be a
everyone.
realist. Bipin, be a realist.
I'm being a realist now. I'm being a realist, so that is why I'm presenting my viewpoint as a realist. You see, as an optimist and as a realist, I'm saying that I'm a strong supporter of young political leadership. So it is imperative on everyone's part to support the new CM. And this controversy could have easily been avoided. You see, because one thing is for sure, that this has not been dictated from the governor's office. Of course, you see, because and also let us keep in mind, Vineet, that be it the national anthem, the state anthem, or Vande Mataram, each carries its own dignity. So none is less than the other. So in such a scenario, if a state protocol has been violated, I think there shouldn't be a big hue and cry over this, because the focus needs to be on more core issues. Because let us not forget that the new CM will have to hit the ground running from day one. The promises that he has made during the election rallies and in his election manifestos, they have to be delivered. So people have huge expectations. And also a very important point which needs to be borne in mind is that this new innings is vastly different from his innings in cinema. So here the focus has to be on governance, clarity, and of course, result-oriented performance and a report card-based performance. So people expect him to deliver from day one. So now I think while some parties are supporting from the outside and some have also gone on record to say that for the next 6 months, they will not indulge in any sort of disruption. It would be a smooth sailing for TVK. But then time is a big factor. That alone will determine whether it would actually be a very smooth sailing. But in brief, I would say that, this innings of Vijay shouldn't be jinxed because, first there was this suspense over who is supporting or who is withdrawing support from TVK in the government formation. And then comes this latest controversy today during the oath-taking ceremony at the Nehru Stadium.
Anurag Naidu, political analyst, is with us on the program as well. Advocate Manasvi Thapar, political analyst, also joins us on the show. Anurag, coming to you first. What do you make? Well, Tanvi rightly put it that, this kind of an objection to Vande Mataram is immaterial. But let's analyze the pathology of these parties as well, Anurag. Perhaps without the TVK being at this particular juncture would not have needed them. Just the fact that they are needed, they were desperately sought after, gives them an advantage which can be exploited, right? And nobody here can deny that politics is the game of exploitation and opportunism. And that's exactly what these parties are likely to do in the future. Few of them have not supported Vijay in that classical sense that they have supported TVK from the outside. Last but not the least, Anurag, a lot of them also mentioned that they got blessings from the DMK to support TVK. I am pretty obfuscated about, that last point on how this is likely to be a smooth sail for TVK and Vijay. I wish it would be, right? But we have to play the devil's advocate.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on the show. You're totally right. I think some of the smaller parties, including especially the likes of VCK, CPI, and CPIM, and the IUML, have clearly said that in a sense that it can be seen that there is a blessing of MK Stalin in particular and DMK because Mr. Stalin wants a stable government, because Mr. Stalin wants to give 6 months of time to TVK. These are the meaningful sense that there has been several statements made by the smaller parties. Now that clearly gives them some kind of the reading between the lines, and definitely they are not shying away from the fact. In fact, some of them also saying that we continue, and this is more worrying to me, we continue to be in support of DMK while we are supporting here. I don't know what that means. We continue to be partners of DMK, but we are extending our unconditional support to Vijay. I really don't understand what they mean.
What do they mean? Do they mean they have an inside man?
Yeah, so that is more worrying. And also, if you see the controversy, I think I see some similarities between what happened previously when Mr. Governor, Mr. Ravi was there with the DMK. I also get a sense that, were these people also a part of the coalition, which was basically driving, a sense of North and South divide, basically driving a sense that we have a different cultural practices in Tamil Nadu, and trying to paddle this narrative. There are worrying concerns, but nevertheless, today it's the first day for Mr. Vijay. I think this is not the time where we can upfront criticize Mr. Vijay in particular, but we are just trying to question and expect some clarity from smaller parties who have extended his support. I'm given to understand Mr. Vijay now has a very comfortable majority, 121 or 120 upwards of that, and also I get to read some news that 36 or 38 MLAs of the AIDMK are also willing to break away and form a different leadership, and then they're willing to support Mr. Vijay. But again, the days to come, these are the questions that needs to be cleared, that what is the identity significance, or what is the thought process of the alliance that are associated. Who is the real leader? Is it MK Stalin and Vijay 50-50, or is it Mr. Vijay 100%? Who is the leader for this new constellation of the parties, and what is the name of the alliance? What is the common minimum program? We have seen that when left CPI and CPIM are there, often they speak about common minimum program and all that. I think we will definitely, as analysts and media personalities, we should question the other parties including TVK, that to come out with what they believe in, what is the name of their the unit and the coalition.
Well, I think that's what's happened for the first time, right, Manusvi? Nobody knows, what the TVK stands for. They of course come up with the manifesto, they've come up with the freebies, they've come up with a lot of declarations, but nobody still understands the pathology of what the TVK is all about. And perhaps today was the first time for all of us, including the partners that they have garnered, to get a glimpse into what and how Vijay and the TVK think.
I think this is how you move forward. It's about federalism is not about states and central relationship. It's also about the understanding. The federal structure starts federal meaning of things. You have to have understanding. You have to have a collision. When you are on your own, you can dictate things in your own way. You can have things in your own pride and manner. But when you have to have alliances with other political parties, there are compromises. There are things which you may not like. There would be debates on things which you could do solely, but you have to depend on your partners, and then you would also have to go on compromises also. So I think it's a good beginning. It's a topic of debate. Yes, it would be debated for a day or for this Sunday, but after that, I don't think this is going to be a major debating point. The most important point for TVK or Vijay has to be and will be on the conduct, on the duopoly which has been broken, how he's going to be as a chief minister. There's so much on him. I think the entire India is watching him, an actor turned politician after Jayalalitha, after MGR. He's been there now for the first time in Tamil Nadu, and there's so many things which he has to do it, and people believed in Tamil Nadu. Citizens have loved him. They have given him the blessings. They have given him the votes. They have given him the state now. So it is more of governance, less of Vande Mataram coming first or second. I think that would be a lesser point of discussion moving a month from now or a 6-month duration from now. It's all about how is he going to take the Tamil pride or the Dravidian pride forward? How is he going to manage so many things which are so contradictory as of now in the state of Tamil Nadu? So people have been tired with the duopoly of DMK and AIDMK, and now is the time that he, as a fresh face, as a fresh political figure, how is he going to perform? And this also brings a breath of fresh air in Indian politics also. So there is change in the waiting. It's only that who encashes that change and who becomes that central force in all the states. In fact, at the central level also, people are basically waiting for an opportunity to make these changes happen in our country. There are lots of issues. For example, the biggest issue is the level of educated, qualified, unemployed youth that has to be catered to. And these are major tasks which as a country we should think of. And this is where potential political churning could happen in the future. And I think Vijay, in his whole proprietary, is a fresh air in the politics of India. And I think these issues are very small, very minor. Who dictates the term? It is the central agency, Lok Bhavan, Raj Bhavan, or the Home Ministry. But the major factor is going to be how is he going to perform as the Chief Minister? How is he going to manage as a first-time politician the coalition?
Right, Tanvi, another question for you. Will the BJP at the helm of affairs at the centre, the TVK in alliance with the Congress party now, Rahul Gandhi, of course, projecting that bonhomie and that closeness, standing right next to Vijay, obviously is sending a message to the centre as well, right? And Vijay will have to deal with the central government from time to time.
Yes, definitely. It will be. See, Vijay has made his stance very clear that he is not going with the BJP. He is not going to follow the ideology, adhere to the policy, to the ideology of BJP and RSS. That he has made very clear. Then, secondly, he has made it very clear that he is going to keep the Dravidian politics alive. So the state pride of Tamil Nadu that he is going to cater to, right? So these are certain points that he has made his stance today very clear. Now we'll have to wait and see how the coalition works, how he's able to manage all of it, and how he is able to establish the relationship with the center, because the last government, the DMK government, the Stalin government, did not have a cozy relationship with the BJP. And in fact, there were certain times when Tamil Nadu literally there was the policy of take the new education policy. Tamil Nadu never implemented it. The other states today, Congress government in Karnataka is implementing NEP, but Tamil Nadu did not implement it. So we'll have to see whether this Mr. Vijay, whether he will be able to adapt such policies which do not adhere to BJP's hardcore politics. But Tamil Nadu has previously rejected all those policies also. So this time we'll have to see how far TVK and the new coalition will adjust with BJP and their reforms.
Vipin, as per the people of Tamil Nadu, the AIDMK has shed its Dravidian ideology ever since they allied with the Bharatiya Janata Party. DMK is obviously not in power at this point in time. What happens to the Dravidian pride? Is Vijay going to be able to cater to that, or do you think the politics of Tamil Nadu has transcended beyond something like that? Because obviously it's the women folk, it's the youth, and it's the agendas of Tamil Nadu that have brought TVK and Vijay into power.
Very pertinent question, Vineet. So he may be politically immature as of now, a 2-year-old TVK party. But then with passage of time, I'm pretty sure that in this 5-year period, that the people of Tamil Nadu have reposed enormous faith on him. And then definitely, he would do a good balancing act and then try to incorporate the components of course, the Dravidian pride. We are talking about the Tamil pride, and then do a complete balancing, and this balancing was quite evident today also. If we look at the other aspect of the coin, the regionalism, nationalism, federalism, nationalism. So, and of course, with the very important factor of Tamil identity. So now a big challenge for TBK and C. Joseph Vijay, because then he'll have to deliver. Today the focus should have been on discussing the three promises, that the three announcements that he has made. And one, of course, the women battalion, in order to make the security more robust, and then of course the 200 units of free electricity, and then the special task force to tackle the drug menace. And then of course, so his intentions are quite clear, that he wants to serve the people and he's here to stay. There would be teething problems initially, but then people of Tamil Nadu would be large-hearted, and they would accept that this is the initial and he's a beginner and it is his fresh innings. But then he definitely brings a fresh wind of change, and people were actually, were waiting for a big change, and the change has happened. So I think as optimists, we hope that at least this first year is he steers clear from any sort of controversies.
All right. Anurag, of course, unlike West Bengal, which has reported the least amount of growth a state can make, Tamil Nadu, on the other hand, has been doing pretty well. The numbers are all right. The GDP is great. The fiscal deficit is also under control. What do you think Vijay is going to be predominantly working on? It's the freebie factor also that needs to be discussed. That's going to be 30% of the GDP of Tamil Nadu, what he's promised.
Yeah, it's a very good question, and I think I would like to say something about it, which is interesting. Out of many states where freebies are gaining traction and popularities in the recent time, whether it is Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra, a bit in Madhya Pradesh also, I think Tamil Nadu is one state with a very, very strong backing of the state's GDP and the state's economic structure. It allows them to give more freebies because Tamil Nadu by nature is a very enterprising state. The entrepreneurship, the manufacturing output is across the length and breadth of Tamil Nadu. You go to any sector, whether it's south, north, east, west, the manufacturing sector is deep rooted. It is a growth engine. It has been an industrial state for quite some time. It has been a preferred destination, particularly by the auto sector and the ancillaries over the last at least 2 or 3 decades. Has been the hotcake, and there have been heavy investments in and around Chennai for R&D, and of course a lot of manufacturing investments with auto and ancillaries, and also continuing to grow. In fact, even if you see today's swearing-in ceremony, it has invited a lot of foreign dignitaries, particularly the consulates and the representatives of the embassies from very, very crucial countries which are doing major FDIs in Tamil Nadu. So Tamil Nadu has a very, very robust economy. There is no doubt about it. If you see the infrastructure, the highways, which is the state and even the state highways, they've done fantastic work. I mean, irrespective of the last, the governments in the last 20, 30 years. So they have a very, very good platform, and that's why they can afford to continue to give the freebies. I think it would be more about how does he position, let's say, these days it is possible. I mean, from today's fiscal situation, it may look to be very difficult. That's what Mr. Stalin also said, that he would like to see how does he roll out 2,500 rupees and all that. But I think a little bit of optimization, little bit of management, little bit of corrections with a state like Tamil Nadu, it's not a big deal to churn out that kind of money for the freebies and the social scheme. But one thing that I must tell today, which is very, very important, is that Vijay's victory has been over and above the freebies and the promises on the cash handouts in the state. Technically, I mean, if you see, traditionally, Tamil Nadu has been one state where vote for cash, cash for vote, and all of the freebies during the election are really at peak. But this one election where I felt that TVK was the party which spent the least, evidently what we can see and what we can hear from the people, and yet they have got a very decisive mandate. Also speaks that people have come above just the freebies. They want change, they want fresh government, and that is where it's a huge responsibility on Vijay. If you see his cabinet, a lot of first-time ministers. The whole reason is that they need to create some kind of a freshness in the way things are governed. And of course, I don't want to rule out today with the young blood. There is infinite possibilities,
And
I also can see that.
let's also not forget, the exposure to Lok Sabha in 2029, the exposure to Rajya Sabha, all of these things are perhaps going to be very interesting to watch, because we
Yes.
will be seeing a metamorphosis of TVK into a solid party.
Yes, but one thing that I can clearly see, and I can tell you that I do not, I mean, for my personal, I mean, I'll be very bold in saying that I do not see AIADMK surviving, the way it has been so far. Purely because Tamil Nadu politics has always revolved around personalities.
Well, there's
whether
also
it
a
is
buzz, Anurag, that
Kalinganath,
about 30 AIDMK MLAs are
Absolutely.
looking to move to TVK. Unfortunately, we've run out of time, gentlemen, and Tanvi, appreciate you being here with us. We've had a very solid discussion on the future of TVK and Tamil Nadu. We'll take a short break on that note. Be right back.